number 180 Bravo Bravo, good afternoon to you. Report your altitude.
2,000 feet on 1014, Bravo Bravo.
Bravo Bravo.
Hello YouTube, Wycliffe Barrett here, and today's episode is about getting power on the aircraft and configuring the cockpit. So let's get right into it. And the first thing we need to do is we need to get power on. So let's go to the EFB ground services and connect the GPU. This puts ground power on the aircraft. There you can see the switch. Turn that on, all the lights come on. And now we just need to go through a few things. So you don't need to put all fuel pumps on. I tend to. You can just put one fuel pump on. We'll put the window heat on. Whoops, wrong switch. Window heat. Here we go. And pitot heat. Excellent. And then we just need to put on emergency power, light power, and then cabin signs and seat belts. Yeah, that's good. And now over here to the APU bleed. Put that on, and now we can start the APU. So here's the switch. Click it once and then hold it down, and you'll see immediately that the EGT pressure is going up on the left hand side, just above to the left of the APU switch. There you are, you see it, I've indicated it. So we need to wait for that to rise, then it will fall down again. You'll notice that the low pressure light has come on just to the left of my cursor, below my cursor, and as the pressure drops back down to normal, the APU light will come on, APU gen light will come on, and we can turn it off. Just putting the battery power on as well. You don't really need to at this point, but it's okay. There we are. So the APU gen power is on, and so the APU is running, which means now we can put packs on. Just get rid of this caution light here and check everything's fine. Just get rid of the FMC caution as well, because it's sending me a message. You can check either the engine or the systems. Alright, everything's good. Just make sure our position light is on so people know that the plane is active and that nobody walks into anything. And at this point I think we can have a look at a couple of other things. So we can start the IRS, just turn up some lights. It's always handy to turn up the lights even if you're in broad daylight, because you never know, you might suddenly fly into some dark weather or dark clouds. You just turn the lights up a little bit, go down, make sure the PFD and the ND are okay. They are. That's good. And have a look here. We'll turn the lights up here. Of course, we've got the panel and the floodlight there, so just turn those up. You don't have to turn them up all the way. You can turn them all the way if you wish to. Just checking brakes are on, yes. But you would have done your pre-flight checks as well early on. Okay. So just clearing the FMC, getting ready to do a couple of things there. And right now I'm just preparing the MCP, kind of pre-preparing the MCP. So I shall put in course heading. It's runway 30 today, so it's 301 for the heading. We'll just do that before we, start messing around with the FMC. And we'll put the initial altitude out of Cardiff, which is 6,000 feet, and then adjust the course here for the radios as well. So the course is 301 on the right hand side, 301 on the left. There we go. Don't really need to do much around there, but now we need to align the IRS. Just turn left switch and then wait for the light to go out, and it says align, so it's aligning. And because I've got it on short align, this should only take a minute to align. There we go, it's saying 1 minute up there in the display. Excellent. Alright, so we've got power on the aircraft, the APU is running. We can now turn off ground power if we wish. So we'll come back over here, turn off the GPU unit, so ground power is off, and we're running on the APU. Now normally you would start the APU say 15 minutes before departure, or you don't want to be running on the APU for too long So you would normally be on just on the ground power unit and battery, and you could do all of this on ground power, and then start your APU just before 15 minutes before you push back is what they normally say. Just checking the radios there, 122.8, and I'm putting in a squawk code 2200, which is what you would use in the UK on VATSIM if there was no ATC about. And just quickly scanning around. Have a look here now. We'll start boarding the passengers, I think. So click on that. So the passengers can start boarding. And what would be next for me would be that I would start the FMC. I'm just going to put some fuel in. It's going to be a short flight up to Manchester, so we'll just put 10 tons in and back. And I can check the AVI tab for charts, but I'll do that a bit later.
We are expecting a full flight today. Please do us a big favor. Make sure once you make your way towards the back of the aircraft, look to your left and right, you see an open seat. That's your seat. Once you find that seat that's split, please try to step out of that main aisle so the passengers behind you can get by, as well as expedite our departure and get us on our way.
There you go, there's Stewart talking and making sure the passengers get on. Everything's aligned now, so the FMC's aligned, and that's ready for our next tutorial when we'll be doing the FMC. Anyway, just whilst we look at some of these images of the 737-800, once again I need to apologise because I said on the very first episode that you had to do some jiggery pokery with a folder. You don't have to do that, I'm afraid. I got that wrong, and that is my fault. All you have to do is download the 737 Zibo and install it, and it creates its own folder now, so you don't have to do copies or anything like that. So hope you found this short video useful. Drop the pen, and I will see you soon. Cheerio. You all take care now.